Hello, YouTube. First and foremost, I'm so sorry to anyone that watched my previous video. It's wrong, and I prove it wrong in this video. I got drunk and ranted and posted, and it's rubbish. But I will leave it up, so no one can ever accuse me of being anything but a random concerned citizen. What I tried to talk about is what I'm calling the GOPRO anomaly. So I'm going to make amends in this video and show the experiments I did to prove myself wrong. So while you enjoy these new shots from NASA, I'm just going to add a few cents. NASA is a hoax. There is something being hidden from us, and we have all been intentionally lied to. I'm interested in the flat earth movement because in my head I'm using it as a metaphor to represent the fact that we need to admit that we don't know what shape our planet is. NASA said it was a sphere, then an oblate spheroid, then a slightly bigger at the bottom pear-shaped planet. So they don't know, yet we're supposed to just keep believing their nonsense because they are science-y. We may indeed all live on a sphere, but NASA nor anyone has actually proven that yet. One real photo. It's all we need, yet they have not given that to us. By now, you know that these NASA photos I shot aren't real. I did them in my lounge room. And that's the point of this video. I just want to show you stuff, real stuff that gets picked up on cameras. I'm getting sick of not to scale diagrams and people using Google Earth to prove that we are on a sphere. Of course Google Earth will prove we're on a sphere. This idea of a non-globe challenges Google, challenges NASA, challenges Wikipedia, and a lot of information you will find on the internet. A lot of theories are unprovable, but we must be able to figure this one out. We are here. We are on it. We should be able to figure it out. So, my observation started with the GoPro anomaly. To see this, please pause, open a new YouTube window, and search for high-altitude weather balloons and rockets from amateur sources. There are heaps of them. As you watch these videos, pay close attention to the smiles and frowns, by which I mean when the Earth's horizon goes through concave and convex phases. Also note in your head that this happens when the GoPro tilts up and down, and the anomaly appears to center across the center vertical line of the footage. When you have watched some and believe that this is real-life, true footage, please continue. And now for my experiments. Here is the Earth I'm using for my first demonstration. Here is my Xperia Z1. The center of the camera lens is 0.5 centimeters from the edge of the camera. The lens is not fisheye. Here is my cheapo GoPro. The center of the lens is 2 centimeters away from the edge of the camera. With my maths and scale calculations, the Z1 lens is 100.4 kilometers above my globe, about the Kármán line altitude. So here is the Z1 at a scale height of 100 kilometers over the globe Earth. Sorry about the focus, but all in all, we see a pretty flat line. Case closed. It should be noted that because I'm using the Z1 upside down and portrait, the viewing angle is very small, maybe just about the size that we would see from a plane window. I'm tilting the camera up and down to try and simulate the real altitude footage that we have already seen. And here is the GoPro at a scaled 417 kilometers altitude doing the same movements. They tell us that the ISS is about 400 kilometers above the Earth. As you can see, I'm tilting the camera up and down to try and replicate what we have seen in the already shot footage. So, taking my own advice, I went bigger. So here's the Z1 on a 2.4 meter diameter mirror ball. The 2.4 meters is a very handy number because it's about 4 times bigger than my current globe Earth, which makes our camera scalings about 4 times smaller. So the GoPro becomes about 100 kilometers above the Earth. And here is the GoPro footage. This was a bit awkward as the mirror ball presented what I call localized flat spots, and I believe these could happen on a spherical Earth. But the footage is still good, as it shows the camera will distort a frown into a smile at the very bottom edge of its field of view. So I knew I needed to go even bigger, so I found a few curves around town, and here I am showing you how a GoPro will distort the curves into crazy lines. Look at the bottom of this one. Getting nowhere, I had the idea to try and see what it would look on a flat disc of light. So here's a small blue spot I shone on my flat wall. This is the Z1 footage. And here is the GoPro footage. I'm still doing the same tilting camera thing to try and replicate the altitude GoPro anomaly. And moving up in size, here is a bigger spot on my wall. And here we have the GoPro trying to recreate the anomaly. And of course, I didn't stop there. This is an even bigger disk of light. Same result.
Fly around for a bit.
So what are we seeing? I don't really know, but it seems that no matter how high you go, all evidence shows that a disk of light is what you would see. There is no curve. All mentions of anyone ever seeing a curve I believe to be false. No matter how high you are, you always see a disk of light as your horizon. That's what this footage has shown me. I can very satisfactorily replicate that real high altitude footage by using a flat disk of light instead of a globe. And now I wonder, why does this disk of horizon endlessly expand as you gain altitude instead of dropping away in all directions as it should on a sphere? I have more ideas for simple experiments, and as I clarify and record them, I will continue to post, because this is a very fascinating subject. Thank you for your time.